I'm going to stand here all proper because I've got this gown on. So I had a bunch of things I was going to say, but I think I'm going to change the whole thing up and just get real with everybody. So I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I started my first business at 12 years old, if you can believe this. And I got kids in the neighborhood to paint houses and mow lawns, and had a little army going out there. And with the money I made, I'd take everybody out to the movies, and it was a great way to get places and do things when my parents wouldn't give me any money when I was a kid growing up. And so part of that is that's who I am, an entrepreneur. And in 21 businesses, I haven't stopped. But what you might not know is that I was removed from 12 schools by the time I was a sophomore in high school. And that was the last time I ever went to school. I myself have never graduated from school, any school. It's been a non-traditional existence and upbringing in life. And this is the first time I've worn a gown. I have this fantasy of getting these diplomas. You know, they grant you diplomas, and before I die, I want one from Harvard and Stanford. So, yeah. So my life has been pretty extraordinary, and have traveled the world and helped entrepreneurs and started up my own businesses. And I think what I'd like to do is share some of the life lessons I've learned. That I turned 50 this year, which is kind of an incredible thing. I don't feel 50. I can't even comprehend that I'm 50. Like, my brain can't wrap it around it. And so within that, there are some lessons I'd like to share. And this hat is fantastic. I want to play with this. Okay, so life is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. There's some kind of illusion out there that life is supposed to be easy and that we're supposed to make it easier for our kids, and my parents are part of that. Like, I'm going to make life easier for them, but I think what's real is it's not easy. And if it is easy, it means you're not trying hard enough. You're not stretching enough. You're not going for it enough. And so when you're building your business and growing your business, just know it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be easy. And that when you get those moments of wins and those moments of joy, you appreciate them more because of the hardship. Keith will attest to this. Think about how far we've come with this center from our first conversation where we didn't meet each other, and this center, and here we are, and it's exceeding expectations, as expected. So it's just not easy. Keep that in mind. The second thing that ties directly to life is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Is it gets harder, especially when you're starting your own business. It's like a video game. You just landed your first contract. It just got harder. You just hired your first employee. It just got harder. You just got your first bank loan. It just got harder. So it's not something where it's always going to get easier. It's going to get harder, and it's going to stretch you. And that's a good thing. It's just a matter of being prepared for it to not get easier, to get harder. But that's part of the journey. That's part of the process. It makes you stronger. I'm constantly reminded of this as I stretch myself and things grow and expand in terms of the work we're doing around the world. It constantly just stretches you to a new level. And at some point, it just becomes normal. It becomes part of how you behave. It's not a stressful point. It just is another thing that takes place. Give it away to get it back. That is, a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of business people want to hoard their knowledge, right? They think that that's their power. But what I think you'll find is the more you give away, the more you share, the less you try to protect that is not protectable anyway. The more value you will create in the world, and the more you will get it back. And that doesn't mean you're going to get it back directly from that person. It means it may come from somewhere completely different. But by giving it away, and contributing and helping support people, your customers, other relatives, family members, you in turn will get it back in a different way. It's a universal truth. People have a hard time with this, and this is a mentor challenge we face here, where the culture here in Kenya is not one to give back. That's why it's hard to find mentors. You guys can show up and showcase what's possible and show up differently as mentors to entrepreneurs, because it's not about having ultimately entrepreneurs who are hugely successful be the mentors. It's about having mentors who are going through the challenges and hardships of starting a business and building a business, because you're in the trenches. You know what to do. how to move it forward. And then I'll end with this one. There's more. I think I'm going to write a book. I'm just coming up with it in my head. Here we go. That's how the inspiration starts. It's to be yourself. For a long time in my life, I was trying to be somebody else. I'd look around and I like what that person's doing. I want to be like that person. I like what that person. I want to be like that. I like what they're doing. I want to be like that person. I'd hang out with different people. And I'd go, I want to be like that person. And I didn't want to be anything but other people and not myself. Which is a huge mistake. Because the more I'm myself, the more successful I am. And I'm still learning this. I'm still learning how to be myself. Because being yourself may make people really uncomfortable. God knows I am so far from normal. 3 standard deviations at least from normal, whatever that is, makes people uncomfortable. Being an entrepreneur can make people uncomfortable. But being yourself is the best way to move yourself forward and be successful, because who you are is what naturally is the place of power. And particularly as women, and working with thousands of women around the world, being yourself and coming from that place of natural power you have inside of you is something that we need to see more of, and we all benefit from. Gaining more female influence. Too much masculine influence out there. It's time for more female influence in the world. But being yourself is one of the critical components to being successful. I encourage you to try and do that every day and think about how and if you are being yourself as you go through life. An example just coming up here with myself is having this idea of what I was going to talk about, shifting it up because I'm being myself. You see that? And so, it's authenticity. I love you all, and I wish you great success, and I can't wait to see your businesses grow. Thank you very much.